Hey YouTube, Ray Knight here. Alright. So, I saw that someone wanted to go ahead and have me make a video on sex bots, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I'm nothing, I'm a man of my word. So, my thoughts on sex bots. I'm for them. Now, reason why I'm for them is for multiple reasons. One, because then guys can go ahead and get the jollies and not have to go ahead and pay for prostitute, risk STDs and all that sort of thing. More importantly, in all honesty, they're also not going to have to take those risks in addition to going to prison. So that's a pretty good thing there. Now, another reason why I'm for them is population control. Because then the breeders can go ahead and go off on a sex bot every once in a while instead of having 6 or 7 kids a year by 6 or 7 different women. Another big one is because then women will have to start to compete with technology, just like guys have been having to compete with technology for a long, long time. Funny that. It's funny, you know, they were all for dildos, vibrators, simian, all that sort of shit. They were all for that, you know. There was no, moral issue there. But all of a sudden, as soon as sex bots are a thing, and guys will be benefiting primarily from it, we're not the only ones benefiting from it, because they're planning on making male ones too. But the thing is it's easier to make the female ones, because the female ones just kind of got to lay there. Whereas with the male ones, it's going to be a lot more costly, because you got a lot more moving parts, you got all that sort of shit. So yeah, women are all sorts of pissy about that, saying that it's not fair to women, that it's objectifying women somehow. How is that objectifying women, yet dildos and shit aren't objectifying men? I really want to know. What, is it because it's a full body thing? I mean, really? Come the fuck on. I mean, when you look at it, the female sex toy industry is fucking booming. The male one isn't, because the thing is guys are embarrassed to buy those sex toys. Women, they go out and they buy it with fanfare. So, a little curious on that one. So, ladies, why are you so fucking threatened? Why are you so scared? I remember hearing a lot of women asking men that, because husbands were having issues with their wives having vibrators and dildos and that sort of thing. They were all like, well, what are you so scared of? Well, maybe now you can answer that question, ladies. Now, another reason why is because we'll see a drastic decrease in rapes, at least on the male end. Something tells me we'll see a rising rate with women. Why do I say this? Well, because the thing is think about it. If guys are able to get out any frustrations and all that on a robot, isn't that better for women anyway? Yeah, I know, I'm going from a smile to dead fucking serious. Because this is actually a serious thing. And I see it as a solution to a very serious problem. But we always know feminism isn't about solving problems. Especially not the rape problem, because if the rape problem goes away, all of a sudden they just lost, at the very least, 50% of their relevance. And feminism and social justice fears nothing more than losing their relevance. So, of course, they're going to find some way to bitch this and try to bitch about this, try to block it, and so on and so forth. And, of course, governments are going to back them on it, because governments want us to keep pumping out kids because that's how governments sustain themselves. Now, here's the problem with sex robots. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot less accidental pregnancies, at least for a while. But guys, if this becomes a thing, you have to do something, and you are going to have to do it religiously. And that is, you are going to have to clean these things. Not even fucking joking. The reason why is because if there's a female that ends up wanting that, knows that you have a sex robot, but she wants a kid, well, it's just like throwing a condom into the trash can. You just don't fucking do it. You don't fucking do it. So, be sure to clean it. Don't sit there and think, oh, it won't happen to me. Don't think, oh, well, there's no possibility of it. Because there are millions of guys sitting in prison for not paying child support that they could not afford to fucking pay, who thought that exact same thing. Be smart. Not to mention, cleaning those things is just good hygiene. And if I'm fucking saying that, I mean, look at me, alright? Come the fuck on. If I'm telling you that something is hygienic and it needs to be done, well, maybe you should listen at that point, because I'm pretty much bottom of the barrel on that one. I mean, I take my showers, I do all that sort of shit, but come on, guys. Just remember, when you were a teenager, you had your spank sock. Remember what happened to that fucking thing. Remember how grody and nasty that shit got. Don't do that to a $2,000+ piece of machinery. Just don't do it. Alright? Now, an issue that I see with this is guys tend to want variation. So, these things are going to have exchangeable parts. Not to mention the functional parts. I'm not going to say the really important parts, but the functional parts on this, which does make them pretty important, are going to end up needing replacing. You know, some guys are going to have to replace the parts a little faster than others. Some guys will be a little bit more zealous about this. I can see guys who haven't gotten any from the wife in a while. Yeah, I can see them probably breaking this thing in about 2 weeks. But let's be completely honest here. It's not going to be a one-time purchase, so get that out of your heads. However, just like with any other piece of machinery, I have the feeling as long as you keep up with your maintenance on it, should last you a good long while. At least until you're ready to buy the next model. Now, the thing is I hear a lot of women bitching and complaining, saying it's already hard enough to find a good guy and all that sort of thing. Well, ladies, it's not our fucking problem. And it will be even less of our problem once these sex bots come out. So you can go ahead and go fuck yourself with your dildo. Go cry into your fucking pillow. We're gonna be having fun. You've been able to fucking do whatever the fuck you've wanted for the last 40 fucking years now. Time for guys to get theirs. And any women who sit there and say that it's gross or whatever, you were probably one of the ones who has a vibrator or a dildo or something like that. So that way on those lonely nights, you can at least simulate it. Well, the thing is, guys deserve something too, right? And the thing is they are making male versions for not only homosexual men, but also for women. The only ones I could really see this not exactly working for would be lesbians. But you know what? Again, not my problem. Now, does this mean that every single person should get a sex bot and that sort of thing? No. Because there are some people that are still going to be stupid as fuck. We do need people to continue breeding as well. So, that's a thing. But I'm just saying that this would be an excellent way for guys to be able to pick and choose when. Or even if. And the thing is a lot of people think that no guys out there ever want kids. That is absolutely not true. But the thing is this will allow guys a much fairer shot. And then we're probably going to see an increase in surrogate pregnancies. So that way guys can go ahead, have a kid, not have to get married, all that. I'm all for this because of the pure and simple fact that when it comes down to it, guys deserve freedom. Guys deserve to be happy while being free. Just like women deserve to be happy while being free. And the thing is if we can go ahead and help them out with that, and some people go ahead and create some new jobs, I'm not seeing a downside to this. Now, women might be, because now all of a sudden, like I said, they're having to compete with machinery just like guys have. And I mean that in every single way. Not just in the sexual way, but also as far as career. Because there are women who make careers out of ruining men's lives doing this shit. So guess what? Sorry, the gravy train's over. If you got a problem with it, world's smallest violin, right there. Fuck off. So, when it comes to sex bots, all I know is I would definitely get one of those models where you can go ahead and decide what kind of mood the sex bot's in. Because, like I said, a lot of guys, you know, they need some variety. And the awesome thing is you can actually go ahead and program the personality parameters yourself. I'm going to have fun just with that alone. I mean, let's be honest. My first, 3 nights with the fucking thing, it's going to be me programming the damn thing. But that's just how I am. I'm going to be more stoked about having new technology on those first few nights before it really settles in that, hey, I can now get my dick wet on demand. So, I know I'm kind of weird on that, I know, but you know what? Hey, you know what? If it can sit there and not only physically stimulate me, but mentally stimulate me, well, guess what? It's already ahead of 80% of the women out there nowadays. So, I'm considering this a definite improvement, and it's a big stress reliever. Again, in more ways than one. But I want to know what you guys think. Sex bots, are you for it? Are you against it? Are you still kind of on the fence about it? And also, I really hope that they don't have it where you have to plug the thing into a wall unless it's in a charging state. But while it's being used, it should not be plugged into a wall. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Yeah, no, I don't want a fucking electric socket. That just seems like a really, really bad idea. I mean, I know some people might be into that sort of thing. Not me. I've been electrocuted, thank you. I don't need to get that on the dick. But anywho, go ahead, let me know what you think. Remember, we're all adults here, so you can be as crude as you want, you can be as foul about it as you want. I mean, obviously I'm not a prude, but also at the same time, you know, if you're not for it, go ahead and tell me why. You know, like, maybe there are some things I haven't considered. Go ahead, maybe you'll change my mind. I highly doubt it, because right now you got a lot of benefits to go ahead and overcome. So have yourselves a great day. Be safe. Keep your fingers crossed that this really moves forward. And I'll talk to y'all later.